Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country needs to reorient skill infrastructure system to meet the needs of skilled craftsmen. Centre alerts states and union territories on rising influenza-like illnesses in some parts of the country. Asks them to follow operational guidelines. Enforcement Directorate conducts searches at various locations in Delhi NCR, Patna, Mumbai and Ranchi in connection with Land for Jobs scam. Election Commission reviews poll preparedness for Karnataka Assembly elections during its 3-day visit to the state. In cricket, India trails by 191 runs in first innings against Australia in Ahmedabad Test. And in Women's Premier League, match between Delhi Capitals and Gujarat Giants underway at Navi Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed on the need to reorient the skill infrastructure system according to the needs of skilled craftsmen or Vishwakarmas. Mr. Modi was addressing the post-budget webinar on PM Vishwakarma Kaushal Samman, PM Vikas Yojana this morning. He said skilled craftsmen are a symbol of the true spirit of self-reliant India and the government considers them the Vishwakarmas of New India. He said small artisans play an important role in the production of local crafts and PM Vishwakarma Yojana focuses on empowering them.
बीते वर्षों में हमने स्किल इंडिया मिशन के माध्यम से कौशल विकास केंद्रों के माध्यम से करोड़ों युवाओं की स्किल बढ़ाने उन्हें रोजगार के नए अवसर देने का काम किया है। कौशल जैसे क्षेत्र में हम जितना स्पेसिफिक होंगे, जितनी टारगेटेड अप्रोच होगी, उतने ही बेहतर परिणाम मिलेंगे। पीएम विश्वकर्मा कौशल सम्मान योजना ये इसी सोच का नतीजा है।
Mentioning the continued attraction of handmade products, the Prime Minister said the government will provide holistic institutional support to every Vishwakarma of the country. This will ensure easy loans, skilling, technical support, digital empowerment, brand promotion, marketing and raw material.
इस योजना के द्वारा केंद्र सरकार हर विश्वकर्मा साथी को होलिस्टिक इंस्टीट्यूशनल सपोर्ट प्रदान करेगी। विश्वकर्मा साथियों को आसानी से लोन मिले, उनका कौशल बढ़े, उन्हें हर तरह का टेक्निकल सपोर्ट मिले, ये सब सुनिश्चित किया जाएगा।
Mr. Modi also mentioned the need for digital literacy campaigns to Vishwakarma Sathis on priority. The Prime Minister underlined that this working class has conserved their craft of using traditional methods for centuries and they are making a mark with their extraordinary skills and unique creations. He said the PM Vikas scheme focuses on skilled craftsmen from villages and towns who earn a living by working with their own hands. He said for the past few years the government has been working towards enhancing the skills of crores of youngsters and providing them job opportunities through the Skill India Mission and the Kaushal Vikas Kendras. Referring to Gandhiji's concept of Gram Swaraj, the Prime Minister said empowering every section of the village for its development is essential for India's development journey. The Prime Minister highlighted that artisans and craftsmen can be strengthened when they become a part of the value chain. Today's webinar was the last and final of a series of 12 post-budget webinars organized by the government. It aims to seek ideas and suggestions for effectively implementing the initiatives announced in the Union Budget 2023. The Centre has written a letter to all states and union territories over the rising trend in the influenza-like illnesses and severe acute respiratory illnesses being witnessed in some states and UTs. Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan has asked them to follow operational guidelines for integrated surveillance of respiratory pathogens causing the illness. The Union Health Ministry had provided guidelines on categorization of patients, treatment protocol and guidelines on ventilatory management to the states and union territories. The ministry also advised the state governments for vaccination of healthcare workers dealing with H1N1 cases. The Health Secretary asked the states and UTs to raise community awareness regarding adherence to respiratory and hand hygiene and promote early reporting of symptoms to limit the transmission. The states were also requested to review hospital preparedness, including availability of drugs and medical oxygen, vaccination coverage against COVID-19 and influenza. The Niti Aayog also held an inter-ministerial meeting in New Delhi today in this regard. Discussion was held on ways to further support states in terms of public health measures, management guidelines and protocols to manage the increasing seasonal influenza cases. The Indian Council of Medical Research has also issued an advisory for infection prevention and control. It has suggested to people to wash their hands with soap and water. Symptomatic patients have been advised to wear masks and avoid crowded places. They should not take antibiotics and other medicines without consulting a doctor. The Assam government has imposed temporary restriction on the entry of poultry through the western border of the state. This decision has been taken following the outbreak of avian influenza in Bihar and Jharkhand. The veterinary department has already issued advisories to all concerned authorities for active and targeted surveillance. The Enforcement Directorate today conducted searches at 24 locations in Delhi NCR, Patna, Mumbai and Ranchi in connection with the railway's Land for Jobs scam. According to the agency, during the searches it recovered unaccounted cash of 1 crore rupees, foreign currency, gold bullion and gold jewellery worth 1 crore 25 lakh rupees. The agency said it has also recovered other incriminating documents indicating illegal accretion of huge land bank and electronic devices. According to official release, the searches resulted in detection of proceeds of crime amounting to 600 crore rupees approximately. The ED said the investigation conducted so far has revealed that several pieces of land at prominent locations in Patna and other areas were illegally acquired by the family of the then Rail Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav in lieu of jobs provided in railways. The current market value of these land parcels is more than 200 crore rupees. The Enforcement Directorate raided the residence of former Maha Vikas Aghadi Minister and NCP leader Hassan Mushrif this morning. ED officials entered Mushrif's residence at Kagal in Kolhapur district around 7 this morning. Hassan Mushrif is being investigated by the ED in the case of alleged misappropriation of 40 crore rupees from the Sar Senapati Santaji Ghorpade factory. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar, Election Commissioners Anup Chandra Pandey, Arun Goyal and Deputy Commissioners reviewed the poll preparedness for Assembly elections in Karnataka. They concluded their 3-day visit to the state today. Before their departure from Bengaluru, the Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar addressed the media along with other members of the Commission. He said the focus will be on registering new voters and improving the voter turnout during the forthcoming Assembly elections in the state. During the 3-day visit, the full Commission held meetings with electoral officers and senior police personnel. They also interacted with the representatives of political parties and sought their suggestions to ensure free and fair elections. They held a meeting with 34 district electoral officers on pre-election arrangements. They also inaugurated an exhibition on the history and significance of elections, launched a voters' awareness campaign, a hackathon, and flagged off LED media vehicles at the Indian Institute of Science in the city. The EC held a special interaction with election ambassadors, students, physically challenged voters, heads of educational institutions, and public influencers on improving the election process. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Mandya and Hubballi Dharwad in Karnataka tomorrow. He will dedicate various development initiatives and lay the foundation stones of infrastructure projects worth around 16,000 crore rupees. In Mandya, the Prime Minister will dedicate the Bengaluru-Mysuru Expressway to the nation. The 118-kilometre long project has been developed at a total cost of around 8,480 crore rupees. He will also lay the foundation stone for Mysuru Kushal Nagar's 4-lane highway. During his visit to Hubballi, Dharwad, Prime Minister Modi will dedicate the Indian Institute of Technology, Dharwad, to the nation. The Prime Minister will also dedicate to the nation the longest railway platform in the world at Sri Siddharudha Swamiji Hubballi Station. It has been recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records recently. Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari today conducted an aerial survey of the Palki Marg palanquin route between Dehu in Pune and Pandharpur in Solapur district of Maharashtra. Thousands of Vithoba devotees, also known as Warkaris, traverse the route on foot. Mr. Gadkari said the survey was conducted to see first-hand progress in the construction of the route, comprising 3 packages each for the Sants Jnaneshwar Maharaj Palki Marg and Sants Tukaram Maharaj Palki Marg. Speaking to reporters, the Union Minister said the road is being designed in such a way that the devotees who undertake this pilgrimage on foot get relief. He informed that the route is nearing completion. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will participate in the 54th Raising Day celebrations of CISF at the National Industrial Security Academy in Hyderabad tomorrow. This is the first time that the CISF Raising Day is being celebrated outside Delhi. Addressing the media, CISF ADG North Piyush Anand informed that the paramilitary force is providing security to nearly 70 airports, ports and central institutes, besides 11 eminent private institutes. Li Qiang, a close aide of President Xi Jinping, has been confirmed as China's premier today at the National People's Congress, the country's annual legislature. He is taking over from Li Keqiang, who is retiring after serving 2 5-year terms. As the country's second-in-command, Li, the former party chief of Shanghai, will be in charge of reviving an economy battered by stringent COVID-19 controls and restoring market confidence. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur has said that countrymen have to follow the Panch Pran while transiting from the Amrit Kal to the Golden Age. Mr. Thakur said the dream of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam will be realized by following the Panch Pran, as India has the potential to lead the world. He was speaking at the Y20 exchange meeting jointly organized by the Sports Ministry and Symbiosis University in Pune today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has complimented the entire team of Central Railway for achieving 100% electrification of the entire broad gauge network. Responding to the tweet by Central Railway, Mr. Modi termed it as an outstanding feat. Union Minister of State for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has said that the Chenab region, which remained ignored and unattended by the successive governments, has been now put on fast track of development by the Modi-led BJP government. He was on a one-day tour of Doda district as part of Know Your Constituency program in Jammu and Kashmir. He was addressing a workers' rally at Community Hall Doda. The Union Minister said that Chenab region, where majority of population resides in hills, remained undeveloped and residents did not have access even to basic amenities like roads, potable water, electricity.
पिछले 8-9 वर्षों में सड़कों का जाल बिछ गया। आज 35 मिनट में मलमल की तरह सड़क है। कई नेशनल हाईवे शुरू हो चुके हैं, खिलैनी से लेकर सुधमादेव, छत्रकला के पहाड़ से होता हुआ सुरंग के रास्ते एक नया हाईवे भारतमाला के तहत उसकी मंजूरी मिल चुकी है। जहां किसी ने कल्पना नहीं की थी कि डोडा में कोई मेडिकल कॉलेज होगा, आज यहाँ 3 मेडिकल कॉलेज है।
In cricket, India were 289 for 3 in their first innings when stumps were drawn on day 3 of the Ahmedabad Test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy. The hosts added 253 runs today after resuming their innings at the overnight score of 36 for no loss in the morning. Shubman Gill was the top scorer with 128 runs. Virat Kohli 59 and Ravindra Jadeja 16 were at the crease. India now trail by 191 runs. On the second day yesterday, Australia were all out for 480, helped by 180 runs by Usman Khawaja and 114 by Cameron Green. In Women's Premier League, Gujarat Giants set a target of 106 runs against Delhi Capitals at D.Y. Patil Sports Academy in Navi Mumbai today. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country needs to reorient skill infrastructure system to meet the needs of skilled craftsmen. Centre alerts states and union territories on rising influenza-like illnesses in some parts of the country, asks them to follow operational guidelines. Enforcement Directorate conducts searches at various locations in Delhi, NCR, Patna, Mumbai and Ranchi in connection with land for job scam. Election Commission reviews poll preparedness for Karnataka Assembly elections during its 3-day visit to the state. In cricket, India trails by 191 runs in first innings against Australia in Ahmedabad Test. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.